Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine. The Steam Summer Sale is well in effect, so I decided to pick up a few games, as you do. I had my eye on this for a while actually, but it was quite expensive for what it was. It's still in kind of, it's still got the reporting of the bugs and that kind of stuff. It's still been worked on. It was a little bit expensive for what it was in my eyes, but with 50% off, it turned out to be alright. So I grabbed it, played about 14 hours worth so far in the Confederate campaign. I do like being the underdog, or the side that historically lost, just to see if I can do things different. But in this playthrough, will probably be the Union. Now, I have to admit that American history is not my strong point. There's a lot of European history to be getting on with. American history isn't really. It doesn't. I don't know. It's not really a thing that I've got into too far. Gettysburg rings a bell. Richmond rings a bell. Wasn't that the first thing that when it kicked off? The Union is down here, Richmond. I've actually been to Richmond. I think the American Marines, American Navy, have a big naval base at Richmond. I remember putting in support there whilst I was in the Marines, in the British Marines. That was, and we did. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we did around here. Exercises. Richmond, Virginia, came down to Jacksonville and then on to Florida, and like it was a good couple of months. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So yeah, 30% of the people that view me on YouTube are apparently Americans. So, as we're going from it's staged battle to battle, so if you know anything about that battle, if you can enlighten me a little bit in the comments about what happened or what was meant to happen or who was meant to win, or little snippets that you know about that battle, I would be grateful, massively grateful. I'm a little bit of a geek like that, and I like to let's get history from people instead of from books. It's or the internet for that matter. History is written by the victors, isn't it? So it can be skewed. Anyway, campaign. Let's get amongst it, shall we? In the beginning. So in the beginning, you get kind of
A house divided against itself cannot stand. This government cannot endure permanently. Half slave and half free.
I rise, Mr. President, for the purpose of announcing to the Senate that I have satisfactory evidence that the state of Mississippi, by a solemn ordinance of her people in convention assembled, has declared her separation from the United States.
Well, I'm probably gonna have to. I'm going to listen to those. Again, as I've already mentioned, American history isn't my strong point. Looks like one of the states decided independence, and so was it just like an independent? I know it was based on slavery and that kind of thing, but was it essentially an independence war gone wrong? I don't know. Anyway, the beginning of the game, you get kind of a few questions. So do you want to be a tactician, a strategist, or a logistician? Wow. Okay. Yep. So tactician, you get army organization of +1 and reconnaissance of +1. The army organization is same across the board, but it essentially means that you can make. Oh, does it say the tooltip here? Yeah, it's the maximum size of your army. So you get split down into corps and divisions and etc., etc. The more organisation you got, the bigger your brigades, and then your corps, and then yeah. Reconnaissance, you get a little... Is it going to tell us? Yeah. It lets you know roughly how big the enemy's size is going to be. But then, the Spartans don't ask the size of the enemy. They just ask where they are. Training. Yeah. You've got two types of troops that you can be put back into brigades or divisions that have lost troops. You've got rookies that'll bring down the experience, the accrued experience of that unit. Or you've got veterans, and veterans cost money and rookies do not. Logistics. Yeah, there's nothing worse than running out of ammunition. I did go logistics in the very first thing that I did with the Confederates. Gonna go for it again. Just seems better. So what we've got here: artillery, infantry, or cavalry. In my experience, I have not really used cavalry. They've seemed to be a luxury that I've not really found useful. Infantry, it has to be the backbone of your of what your army is made up of. So again, training and reconnaissance, and logistics and medicine. Again, logistics, it's all about starting ammunition. Training +3 though. I mean, they all give you 4 points, so you're not losing out on any way. They would go logistics, medicine. I think if the medicine will allow us to keep a certain amount. It would allow our surgeons to actually put men back together. We can fix them, we can make them stronger after a battle. So you get a percentage back. And again, logistics is about the amount of starting ammunition that the units get. You do have a supply wagon that you can load up, but if they've got an extra couple of bandoliers to strap onto them, get a bit more ammunition going, then you're just going to be more effective. You're going to be able to last longer. So yeah, okay. Business, army, or politics. Now, there is a politics bit. It does need fleshing out. In my eyes, you can go to whatever. I assume you go to the Senate or what their version of it was for either the North or the South, and you ask for stuff. What have we got? A business will give us an economy +3 and logistics +1. Politics +3 and an economy, training, and army organisation. I think we'll go for training and the army organisation. We've already put quite a few points into logistics. Training will just make it cheaper to replenish units. But it's the army organisation that I'm looking at here. Well, politics, this is all money. Politics, it'll give you manpower and money. Oh, I don't know now. It's between these two now. The army organisation's nice. We are going to need quite a few points of this pretty quickly, pretty early on. Alright. And as I said, we're going to go Union. I did the practice run with the Confederates, and it was good. It was good. So we'll go Union. We'll do something that I haven't done yet. Manpower and material advantages of the North will surely overwhelm and crush the rebellion, and all men will be made equal under the law. Didn't people who fought on the side of the Union have slaves as well? I seem to remember that being a bone of contention. Anyway, what do we get? Colonel, no bonuses or penalties, or Major General. Now, I played this on the Confederacy because, well, I was new to the game. But we'll go for this. No bonuses, but no penalties either. Just middle of the road. We'll see how we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm having to type with a cat's head in the way. He's sat on my lap with his head over the keyboard. So at some point he's going to go to sleep and he's going to plonk his head on the keyboard like he always does. And my screen's going to go crazy. So these are the pips that we chose. Logistician, artillery, army. Okay, using no visor? Yeah, go on. Why not? The carrying out of your plan, but that's what happens when you've got a new PC. The loading screens, they don't stay around for much longer. For long, even. So, you get, at the beginning, this kind of thing, and it's good for a little bit, but then it soon gets tiring, because you have to go through it. I mean, you can skip it, but okay. So we've got a couple of units of skirmishers. Let's get you flanking the main force. I will halt here. Alright. I was about to say, with the eyeball with a line through it means that you haven't been spotted by anybody. No, not you. Controls are a little bit weird. I'd have been a bit wary about walking down here anyway. That's asking for trouble, isn't it? Alright. So these are getting a little bit isolated. We're going to bring them back. Engage with these guys who are out in the open. I'm wearing woods at the moment, which is giving us 100% cover. And they have better weapons than us. For some reason, they've got longer range than we have. Alright, so how do we want to go about this? Get me into the center here. Bring the morale up of these guys. I don't think I want to be crossing these two bridges. They're just choke points. Go and cover right here. Who's this? Reinforcements arrived. Excellent. Now reinforcements will just arrive off map. Sometimes randomly, sometimes you have to set those reinforcements up yourself. Alright. Cannons and all sorts. Excellent. Right, once these get into a flanking position, we'll soften these guys up and then charge in with the cavalry. Now cavalry can be quite strong early game, just to get around the map, to take out cannons, to take out supply wagons. If you grab a supply wagon, then you grab their supplies. And it's also good for routing enemies. Once they're routed and once they lose their flag, then they're out of the battle. See what we can see. Push our skirmishers out a little bit. Get the main bulk of our forces to hold the line. Okay, our cannons, I think they're going to be 6-pounders. The cannons on the hill. No, not you. I will bring our supply truck over here to support the cannons. Now, let's have a look. Right. This is the amount of ammunition that they have. Do we have any that have depleted ammunition around? No. So it's just this. When you see this circle encompass this skirmisher unit, the wagon will start to lose, not you, start to lose supply. And these guys will start to gain it. There we go. So let's push. Our skirmishers into a position where they can get an overview on any enemy forces. As you can see, none of these have been spotted by the enemy. We'll soften up these guys first. You can't click on them. You can't. I don't know. It's a fortified position, so we don't want to be just mincing in there. I see the icon change there. Means that we've got 150% cover. And that seems to be a thing, a big thing with this game. If you're duking it out with another army, and you got an option of fighting here on a field at them, or falling back into 150% cover of a cornfield, or the 275% cover of woodlands, then you do that, and you try and pull them out into the open. So you're fighting out of cover into the open. It makes sense. Now, let's line up. For an attack, and I think I'm going to put my cavalry in the woods over here. When this fight happens, they're probably going to try and make a run for a bridge. Sorry about that, that's my cat with a shaky head. They're probably going to make a run for a bridge. No. They decided to charge. Alright. Let's have you run it. Let's bring you in here. Right. So they've routed. And we'll get our horses to charge them down. Sometimes you can capture whole enemy units. Yep. As far as I know, I don't think there's blue on blue. I don't know. If we can keep them routed, they don't do any damage. They do very little damage whilst they're routing. So if we can keep them in this state. Yeah, I know we're flanked, but it's worth it for decimating this unit. Right, so we know fortification. Get off the silly cat. Sorry about that. Ah, tea all over the table. So these guys just haven't had a chance to regroup. Fair enough, we're getting cannon fire at us, but it's ineffective. It's early war cannons. I'm fine with withstanding this. In order to get, I don't know how many enemy left. Is it 85? Nope. Are you stuck? That was weird. I don't know what was going on there. Right. You head back. No idea what was going on there. They just kind of got stuck in this river area. So getting across this river. Let's push our skirmishers out a little bit. We'll give these horses a bit of a pep talk. Bring them morale up. I'm fairly certain that we can get shots on the town without them returning fire. So we'll do that if we can. Alright. You within the... yeah. So their morale will start to tick up slowly. Okay, so both rivers are defended. Both bridges are defended. It doesn't look like there's a way of getting across to the other side without brute forcing it through this river, through the through the town and over the bridges. You got shots. Excellent. Why's your morale not come back up? Are you properly bugged now? I mean, it's still in... I don't know if it's early access or whether it's just... But yeah, there are some things that don't work. So I'm going to have to mop up this tea now. And some of the game is just this. Some of the game is just waiting for your cannons to take effect. Waiting for the game to develop around you. Waiting for you to do so much damage on one flank that maybe the enemy pulls forces from somewhere else. And then if you have troops, silly cat, if you have troops lying in wait, taking advantage of that gap. I don't want to be sending one of these over there, not just yet. We know they've got cannons in the town. If we can keep these guys out of the range of those cannons for the time being, I'm happy with just whittling them away a little bit. I mean, the cannons don't do much, granted. 10 kills, 37 kills. But every little helps. Cav did a decent amount of damage. I don't know why their morale isn't coming up. I don't know why all this morale isn't coming. It says that it is coming up, but it's just not. I don't know. I don't get it. Are we taking what, a tenth of the supply from our wagons? Where's our skirmishers? Let's get you flanking out this side. You want to be using skirmishing troops as eyes on, really. I don't really use them for combat until maybe at the very end. So let's get you to hold your fire. I want you to get into a sneaky position without giving the game away by firing your weapons. Can we get across here? Looks like we can. Nope. So we can get onto this little peninsula here. We can't go any further. It does give us a decent amount of cover. A lot of stealth. We'll do 100% damage from here. I won't cover these guys again. Switch our cannon fire back onto them. Got some decent range on these 6-pounders. Didn't expect them to have that kind of range. Alright, that's better. What have we uncovered there? We've got the supply wagon is over here. Decent amount of troops defending each bridge. Can we push it a little further? if we can uncover their cannons. And get some counter battery fire onto them. That would be nice. No. Doesn't look like we can. That's fine. Got plenty to be going on with. Now we do have a time to take this. We should probably try and soften up this guy here. We'll soften up this bridge as it has less troops. We'll send Walton and Lomas straight over the bridge. Zook can take out McHenry along with Bristow, along with the Cav. And move across the bridge once they've finished. We've got eyes on route, so we'll be able to see if he moves out of this position to support this bridge here. We'll probably bring our skirmishers back. The only thing that we've uncovered is a supply truck that we can't really do much with. What condition is everyone in? Now the light blue bar is your condition bar, and if you set your dudes to double quick or double time, then they'll run out of condition. And when the condition gets down, still at 79%, look at that. When the condition gets down to 0, they'll be exhausted and they'll be more prone to routing. These guys are in a built-up area. Therefore they have 100% cover. Why do we not have? Alright, let's get you move forward a little bit. Were we really the ones that were uncovering these guys over here? Well, we're still not being seen. Now they are skirmishers, so they'll take a shot until they've reloaded. There we go. They'll take a shot, and then they'll drop back, and then take. They won't. They're not line infantry. They won't just take the hit, take the charge. Still not been seen. Can we get really close? Once they've lost the flag, they won't. There we go. There we go. Once they've lost the flag, they won't come back to the battlefield. That's them. They've routed. They've gone. Now, I don't know what the deal is with cannons and their numbers. I think the more numbers that they have, the more cannons that they can support. However, I'd like to see... I don't think I've witnessed it yet, but I would like to see as the numbers dwindle. I like the reload times to get longer and longer. I like them to get less and less effective the more damage that they've taken. Kind of cover if you got 150%. Now, it would be easy. Well, I say it would be easy. But we could just like smash all these people, these 3 divisions, into this town and be done with it. And if we take losses, then we take losses. But that's not what this game is about. It's about managing your resources, especially about managing your men. Every single person that you have to buy in to replace a man that's fallen is extra money that you have to spend. So it might look like we're being a little bit cautious here, but the more men that you can spare, the more men that you can save, the better it's going to be later on. Now we've still got plenty of time. Kills 99, kills 41, and it's given our artillery brigades a decent amount of experience. You get 3 experience points. You fill out 1 bar and you get 1 experience to spend. Rebel forces, sorry, to our right. Have they been reinforced? Maybe. So you fill out the experience bar and you get to choose 2 or 3 between 2 or 3 options that will have an effect on whatever unit that you're doing, and then you'll fill up that experience bar again and you get another option to get. This is becoming a little bit ineffective now. Alright, let's concentrate on the bridge now, and let's start moving into position. You still on run? You are. Right, because they're in decent cover, 200% worth of cover, I want all 3 of these lined up on this bank, putting fire into them, a rate of 3 to 1, and then the middle one will have charge over if we can. Still got time. Still got time. Why are you charging? What is this? Don't know where this guy's come from. Nope, we've been seen. but we're in cover. It looks like they're coming across the bridge to us. I need you to run. I need you to get in cover. Wait, where did they go? Oh, there they are. Right. Let's get you into... They're going to be in the open. But I want them to have run into a flanking position. Gonna get another volley off? Nope. Not yet. Right, they've routed. Oh, let's go. Right, 3 on 1. Even with them being in full cover, they can only fire at one of us at once. Should have far too much from them. You still firing away? You are, good. Hold on, surrendered. Right, so when a unit surrenders, they end up with this little shield. Now you can move them wherever you want, but what you want is to get them to withdraw from the battlefield altogether. But they can withdraw in some really random directions. Like they might think, right, I need to withdraw to over here, and so if another unit, one of their old units, gets near them, they'll flip right back to being Confederate. So I found it's best just to get them away from the battle, get them near the edge of the map, and then get them to withdraw. If you capture a supply wagon, you can use that supplies, or you can use those supplies just like you use your own. Just put them next to people that need it. How are we getting on over here in terms of supply? Yeah, you're all fine. Has freed up these guys now. Capture an enemy unit. Apply to select it and press button withdraw to send it out of the map. Yes, kind of, but not really. Come on, at some point you can break. Let's get you running. You'd have to escort them, they'll just go their own merry way. Get them in there. Give them cold hard steel. Okay. Don't know where you're going, because this is the objective. We may need to pull one back. So how long do we have to... Okay. Secured it with, what, 2 minutes to go? That was kind of a little fine. Whew, wow. Left that a little bit late. Didn't expect them to have quite so many troops in the town. Didn't expect them to have reinforcements from this area. So we got victory. We held Philippi. I don't know. I don't even know what. Someone tell me where Philippi is. Zook. Decent amount of kills. Our artillery, 141 kills to 0 losses, of course. They never got contacted. Skirmishers did alright. As did our Cav, actually. Not a big fan of Cav, however. He did alright. Leroy Bristow got wounded, so he'll be off the roster for a while. And we rescued 222 rifles, Springfield M1842s of people that fell. We also captured 277. Again, with the Sharps model is a reconnaissance rifle. 6-pounder field gun, captured 1. And Springfield 1855. Really? Alright. Captured 60 of those. Good. Flash of the musketry quivering. Fine. So war campaign medal. So yeah, this is just to say that you've kicked off the war with the Union. So I had 166 prisoners, and we exchanged them for 194 additional recruits. Now your recruits, also we got money and reputation for that. Your recruits are here. This is what you can. This is what you can draw from to fill in the rest of your dudes. Now, when this bar gets to the end, this is what I was trying to say. This is what I was trying to say and failed at miserably. Once we fill this bar out again, we get to unlock another thing, another shield, another facet of what this troop is capable of. We can fill up our unit with rookies all the way to 1500. Makes everything drop because, well, the rookies, they don't know how to fight. It also gets rid of, it reduces their experience, so it gets rid, if you bring it below a threshold, it gets rid of this. So it's not really what you want. However, veterans are uber expensive. Uber expensive. So we're gonna go rookie to a point where we almost lose I don't know what it'd be called. I don't know what it'd be called. We'll call it the thing. Rookies until you nearly lose the thing.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh my word. And then I'd click on veterans for the rest, or up to a certain amount of numbers. Loomis and Walton. Let's get you, same deal, rookies all the way up to the threshold. Where we retain the thing. At the moment we've got 5 guns. 5 guns on each. Maximum is 24. Now we have 1 in the armory. Oh, we should have 1 in the armory. We captured 1, did we not? Let's have a look. £6 a field. Yeah, £6 a field. So we've got 1 in the armory. So 5 guns. It's not going to cost us anything because it's in the armory. 6 guns. Why did that not cost anything? Five, 6 cost nothing because we take that from the armory. 7th suddenly starts costing us because we're taking it from the shop. 8 guns. We've got to 8 guns. It retains the thing. I'm gonna have to find a better word for that. Again. 2 units of 8 guns. We also have this. Now you get career points for winning, drawing against the enemy. So what we're going to put, we should have probably put it into something before we started spending money. But army organisation, it's important early on. You want to be not maxing out army organisation. You want to be getting up to the point where, yeah, you get to at least 2,000 maximum brigade size. At the moment, I think it's 1,500. Now the armory, this is the stuff where all of our captured weapons go. Now, I don't really use skirmishers, so I can sell all of those. We've already used the 6-pounder. Wow, that's some obnoxious noises. And I think, do we fill up on veterans now? What does this give us? 10 stamina, 10 efficiency, 5 efficiency and 10 speed. And what do you give us? Morale and efficiency. Do we just go rookie? 20,000 for rookies. Just 8,000. It's early game. It's early game. We'll fill up with rookies. I prefer 3 infantry to 1 artillery. Create a new division. Yep. Yep, let's get him going. What guns are we going to give them? Quite a few in the shop. Yep, we'll just do that. Just 1,000. They're going to be for support, pretty much. Nothing else. Another infantry. We'd have the troops. Okay. And the rest will dump into supply. This is the wagon that will follow you around. And once you've burnt your way through the supply, then it's done. Always good to have a decent amount of supply. If you can outshoot the opposition, you've got more ammunition than they have, the better. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be it for. Actually, no, we'll show you the politics bit. This is the government thing. It seems like an afterthought almost, and you can spend your reputation that you get after a battle on load rifles, 10-pounders. You can even get people, but if this number ever goes down to 0, that's it. You done. You're out. They get someone else to take over the war because you don't have the reputation. Your men won't respect you enough. And the higher this goes, you end up with direct morale bleeding off onto your men. So if you can push this quite high without actually spending it, you can get quite a good bonus inflicted on your dudes, which is nice. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be it for this episode. It's been about an hour. Check your supply wagon. It's advised to have some ammo. Yeah, I know, I've just put 10,000 in there. Correspondence. After the battle of capture the train station. After the battle of capture the train station. Could they not come up? Yeah, no. Could they not? I know, I'm telling them. Could they not come up with better names for battles? I've said that I have no longer the power to stop Luckymarine, and I fear that I will be replaced. I am now counting on our old friendship and your political connections. Can you please help me to gain more time and receive more military support? Without your reinforcements, my military career is at stake and depending on you. Now this is what happens when you allow your reputation to get too low and then you lose a battle. He's fearing for his military career. Headquarters realizes, with an S, doesn't have a Z in it. Although, yeah, it's an American game, I suppose. Headquarters realizes that your situation is extremely urgent. We gathered 2,100 well-trained troops and will send them on your way. So they're being supported by, it sounds like, 2,100 veterans. Mr. Luckymarine, we would like to inform you that the state of Texas continues to supply and reinforce the Confederate army that opposes you. 3,100 Texan recruits have been spotted arriving by rail near your position. That stands to reason that Texas would be in the south because, well, that's where it lives. So why wouldn't it support the south? Kind of a geography thing, is it not? So these are the battles that have been opened up to us these are the next steps. Now, the battle with the laurels around it, that is a grand battle, and that advances to the next stage. You ought to be doing the little fights first, distress call, before here. Now, doing distress call first will allow this. If we do distress call and we win, then we get to hamper them at the first bull run. And it's the same with every single big fight. You'll have a number of smaller fights, one or maybe two. And if you can win the two smaller fights before you get to the bigger fight, the enemy's numbers will come down by 5 to 10%. The quality of the training might come down by 5%. Also, the quality of the weapons might come down by 10%. So it gives you a bit of a leg up on the big fight. Anyway, that will be in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed it thus far. It went a little bit weird with Dylan spilling tea all over my desk. Mopped up with a sock, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll continue on. I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. Join me next time for more from Civil War. I've forgotten the name. Something Generals. Generals. What the hell is it called? Civil War Generals, I think it is. Anyway, I'll let you know in the next episode. Until then, do take care.